What does drinking have to do with him visiting his child? Testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Looks like we had a prior order on October 16th. Mr. Mendoza Mejia appeared, you did not appear, and now you're here and he didn't appear.
Yeah, I had to. That time I had to change my. I had a new number, so that I just changed it. That's why I'm here. That's fine.
Okay. Mr. Tatum, are y'all ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, the state is requesting that the temporary order that was put into effect at the last hearing continue to this matter, and that we only address the issues relating to conservatorship and visitation. At this time, Your Honor, the state would like to call Ms. Rodriguez. Ms. Rodriguez, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Montserrat Esperanza Rodriguez.
And Ms. Rodriguez, did you previously review the prior temporary order that was placed into effect at the last hearing?
Yeah.
And are you in agreement with those terms that were provided to you?
Yeah, the visitation agreements and all, yes.
As it relates to the issues that were not addressed in the prior order, do you understand that today we are addressing the issues of conservatorship and visitation? Could you state yes or no, ma'am?
Yes.
As it relates to the conservatorship, are you requesting today to be named as a sole managing conservator?
What does that mean exactly?
Are you requesting that you primarily make the decisions that are in the child's best interest, or are you requesting that you and the other party make decisions together for the child?
No, this is just primarily by myself. It's fine, yes.
So again, ma'am, are you requesting to be named as a sole managing conservator?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand my answer. Ma'am, repeat your answer.
Yes.
Can you restate your question, Mrs. Hayden?
Yes. So again, ma'am, are you requesting that you be named as the sole managing conservator today?
Yeah, like making the own decisions and stuff for the things, yes.
And do you find this request today to be in your child's best interest, that you be the one who primarily make the decisions for the child?
Yes.
Is there any specific reason why you feel that you and the other party cannot do this together to make decisions together for the child?
I mean, we try like to make decisions and try to communicate, but it's been hard. He always like tries to argue about it. I don't know. We haven't talked in a long time. I don't know how it'll be now. But the times we tried, it hasn't worked well.
And how old is the child here in this matter?
My baby just turned 2 on October 22.
And are you, thank you, ma'am. And are you requesting that the father only be given supervised visitations until the child turns 4 years old?
Yes.
And are you requesting that the supervised visitation take place at the Faith and Liberty Place on the first and third Saturday of each month from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.?
Yes.
And after the child turns 4 years old, are you in agreement for the other party to this case to have a standard visitation agreement with a drop-off and pickup at the Boschman Lake Park?
Yes.
And do you find this to, again, be in your child's best interest?
Yes.
All right. Nothing further from this party, Your Honor. Again, the state is requesting that the temporary order, which did not address the issues of conservatorship and visitation, be addressed today with the request of the custodial parent to be named as the sole managing conservator, and that the visitation be a supervised visitation at the Faith and Liberty Place. And all other things that were addressed be made final today, Your Honor.
Ms. Rodriguez, I need to ask a couple questions. Has there been family violence between you and him?
No, we haven't communicated at all.
Okay.
I mean, only when I had barely given birth and stuff, it was verbally violence between me and him and his family.
Okay, so there's been a lot of verbal arguments, but nothing physical?
No.
So there hasn't been any abuse besides y'all just not liking each other?
No.
Okay, so why should I keep him from visiting his child?
I'm not telling him to keep him from visiting his child. It's just a supervising thing. Because I remember, like, his parents would always like drink alcohol, and I just don't want my kid to be around that. Maybe until he's grown and able to speak enough or feel more comfortable with him going alone over there.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Your audio is not the best, and I couldn't understand what you said. I guess a core reporter can't. Can you talk slower and louder and get to a quiet room so that we don't hear the baby in the background so we can hear you better?
Because I'm the only one watching my baby, but yeah, let's go to the Is this better? Can you hear me better now?
Yes. Can you repeat your answer? Because I only heard half of what you said, and the court reporter
No,
can
it's
hear you
not that
less
I'm
than
like,
that.
okay. It's not that I'm trying to like keep him from watching the baby or anything. I just wanted to be supervised for now because like they used to like drink around a lot, and I just don't want him to see that. And I feel more comfortable with my baby going alone when he talks more and stuff.
What does drinking have to do with him visiting his child?
He could be. It's not. It's like just my baby going over there because they were like, like I just don't want him to see that.
You don't want him to see people drinking?
Yeah, cause like they would get like. That's when the verbal like they would just I don't know. His parents would get like really drunk, and then that's when the verbally what happened.
Okay. It's legal to drink in the state of Texas. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what other reasons are there for there to be supervised visits?
It's just like when the verbally, I don't know. I just when we verbally argued too, his girlfriend would get into it, and she would just talk about my child, and I just don't trust it. I don't mind his relationship with her or anything. I'm just scared, like for her not liking me to do something to my child. I don't know.
But nothing's happened, right?
No, but she would like she just
So you're
talked.
making a lot of assumptions. You're making assumptions that when they drink, it's going to get violent, and you're making assumptions that the girlfriend is not going to like you, right?
Not me, just like do something to my child because she doesn't like me.
Well, either way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But nothing has happened.
No.
Okay. So I mean, you're talking about visitation where he has to go to a place to do supervised visits, and I don't see how that makes any sense. I mean, I do agree that that the father shouldn't be drinking while he has possession of the child, but besides that, I don't understand why you're asking for supervised visits.
So if it's not unsupervised, it just be him just going to his house right now and just like start like that.
Why can't he visit? He's the father, you're the mother.
I don't mind him visiting him.
Well, you're wanting supervised visits, and that's what I don't understand. You want to restrict his visitation so that he has to be at a public someone has to supervise him like he's a child abuser or something.
And he's not.
Okay, then why can't he visit on the whole weekend with his child?
Okay, then we could just make it work. I just don't have no communication whatsoever with him. I don't know. I don't
I
just
can't
don't
hear you,
think so.
ma'am. The baby is talking.
Then we can make it work. I just don't have no communication with him whatsoever. I don't know nothing about him. I'm just scared that something's gonna happen to my baby. But we can make it work. I just don't know nothing. I don't talk to him or nothing. I don't know him.
Okay. All right. As far as the child support parts are concerned, I'm going to make those a final order, and then I'm appointing you as a sole managing conservator. I'm not making a finding of infant violence. I'm ordering that the father have standard visitation, which means he can pick up the child on Fridays at 6 and have him until Sundays at 6 every other weekend, and also every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Holidays are split up in there as well. It goes without saying, of course, that he cannot be under the influence of alcohol, just like you shouldn't be when you're supervising and have the child in your possession. So I guess I put an alcohol injunction that neither one of you are to be consuming alcohol or under the influence when you have possession of the child. All right, that to be my final order. The Attorney General's office will draft that and email you a copy. You're done with court, Mr. Rodriguez. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.